Hello guys, Cabbage Lord here, and today we're going to be reviewing every race in Arcane Lineage. Now I know a video talking about races in Arcane Lineage not super original, but my opinions are fact-based and all original. Because a lot of people, I'm not calling out anyone in particular territory, I don't want to call any YouTuber in particular, but I feel like a lot of them are kind of off about how good certain races are. And they think, because some races are really good at one thing, they think they're good for everything and good for everyone. So I'm going to be going over each race, analyzing each specific move and pass that they have, and putting a fact-based judgment. Is it good or is it shit? Let's get into it. So we're going to start with the most common race, Estella. Now, it's the most common race, so it's not too much to expect, and you're not getting too much either. So if you expected something, just get out of here, because it's kind of shit. Tense Up, level 10, increases defense. Every move they have to waste a fucking turn and energy to increase your defense is just fucking shit. Endure. Ooh, 25. You're wasting fucking energy so you can defend when there's literally a move in the game called Guard where you just take way less damage from shit anyways and you're just not going to waste any energy. Everything that increases defense should be like 80% or just removed from the game. Every increased defense thing is just useless. It's fucking shit. There's a stupid concept and Nova Prime's stupid for even coming up with this shit. Or it should just be like 1 energy or something. It should be, I'm using up a bunch of this energy for a shitty defense buff and there's the Guard feature in the fucking game. Or just get rid of Guard. Fuck you, Nova Prime. Hyper Rage, level 35. When under 25% of your maximum HP, damage increase unlocks a damage reduction ability at level X. Don't know exactly what that means. I'm reading this shit off the Trello, but a damage increase doesn't really sound that good, especially at below 25% health, because no one's just sitting at below 25% health. No one's just gonna be chilling there. Like you're drinking a potion, you're guarding, you're running away, you're doing something to increase your HP throughout the fight. No one's just sitting at low health. And it's just like no way, unless the damage buff is like 50% plus, which they want to do that because they're cowards and pussies. There's no way this is gonna be helpful at all. So Estella, most common race, pretty shit. Shouldn't be shocked. Now we're gonna be looking at Nissi. So level 15. Circuit Charge. Fills your energy gauge by 3, makes you vulnerable. So, I don't know how much extra damage you take when vulnerable, but I'll wait until I read out the passes, but it's just a stupid move. So, a Spark of Genius has a chance to make extra potions. It's kind of helpful, I guess, because if you're going like way of life, you have to make a billion potions, so maybe if it makes the extra potion, has a chance to give you an extra mossy rune, that could be pretty good. Level 1, energy gain. Chance to gain 2 energy instead of 1 at the start of your turn. Okay. Now that I fucking read that, you get Circuit Charge, and you get, what's the point of having Circuit Charge? Because you can meditate in the game, you have a chance to get 2 energy. Most of your armors in the game have a chance to give you 2 energy at the start of every turn. So it's like, why have a move that's meant to give you 3, where you can literally just meditate, but this is not that helpful? Like, you're gonna take extra damage for 3 energy, like, I guess? Because you don't have any race moves other than this. So, what are you recharging your energy for? Because you only have so many moves in this game. Like, you're gonna get to a point, unless you go like musician or something, like, you're gonna be at the point where you have no other moves to use and just have all this energy for no reason. But the last passive, Magically Charged, become more proficient with magic and fire. Apparently it's a 25% damage buff, so with like magic type moves and fire, which at first I was like, wow, this is really good. But now I'm like, how much stuff in the game is actually magic or fire based? So I know like a monk has a few moves that are fire based. I know your first like mage damage skill is magic based. I don't know what else is a straight magic damage based, except for me Elementalist has something in the monk move. So Nissi overall I think is kinda shit, but with a few specific builds in mind it might be pretty good. And for like a super common 22% race, it could be worse. It could be Estella. Now we're going to be looking at Stalker. Now for base stats, you get an increased speed modifier, which it doesn't really specify, so I don't know if it's like 10%, if it's even like in the single digits, but you get an increased speed modifier. Level 10 Focus Step. A skill that increases speed for 3 turns with a slight auto dodge chance, scaling on speed. Level 35 Vanishing Drive. Temporarily increases your speed to its peak, bursting forward. Now this is a shit move. It lasts for like 3 seconds. It doesn't even, because once you're already at like super high speeds, this is kind of lame. And max speed builds are really busted to an extent because you literally can like never get hit, but at the same time you're also doing very limited damage because there's like I think Poison Trap is the only move that's not race based you can get that scales off speed. So, and this increases your speed scaling for fervor. So if you want to make like a busted build where you just never get hit, but like your main damage is just like poison trap, then obviously get a Stoltis. And for a 22% race, I'd say this is one of the best races in the game. I'd say this is really good, other than the fact that speed is kind of a shit stat other than dodging. Like, this is really good if you want to go speed. But if you want to do anything else with your life, you're a fucking idiot. You go Stoltis, it's a waste of time. On to the next race. Now we're on to Bastian, the monkey race. Now, I'm about to go, let me read out the abilities first. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I'm about to go gorilla. I'm about to go crazy when I read this shit out. Call Sylph, common little stupid ass wisp, and then at level like 5, and then it's pretty helpful early on because it's a multi-hit. So for pretty much once you get level 5, you can almost like one-shot everything in the forest with the multi-hit, except for when you start fighting the zombie mushroom. But I would say it's pretty helpful. It's pretty nice. And then level, you get increased jump, and level 20 your summons are tankier. Now, I was told, Cabbage Lord, you know, if you go Necromancer, the Sylph doesn't count as a summon, so you can have the slime, the skeleton, and your Sylph out. That's a lie, it's a fucking lie. The Sylph counts as a summon, do not be fooled. So I'm like 99% sure this only scales with Arcane, so you're already limited. And then half the other things you can do already have, like the slime summon's better than this. The skeleton summon's way better than this. The Spiritus does not have enough health. It's just really bad. This race is really mid. I saw a lot of people sucking this race's penis, but it's just not good. It's mid. Like the Wisp, it's cool early on, but you're making a build for the end game. Like you can, there's a lot of ways. You don't need the Sylph to beat the early game progression. And late game, it's pretty fucking useless because that's like no health. It's just gonna get one shot. Like I think I have like 170 Arcane and it still has like 30, 40 HP. It's just not good, man. And especially if you just get a slime ring, or just anything else, or if you get the skeleton summon, it's just not that good. It's just not good. It's mid. Now we're going to be looking at Veneeria. Level 5 burst trap. Throw down a rigged trap exploding on the first melee attacker. Now these trap moves are pretty good, so you usually scale off luck and speed, which is like, I think there are very few moves that do this. I think poison trap is one of the only ones. And they always do a lot of damage, so it's a pretty okay move, especially early on. Wolf Scramble. Consume 5 to 10% of your gold randomly to gain a random stat buff based on how much gold was consumed. Stats you have a high investment in are weighted higher. Now, unless this is like some crazy buff, like 30, 40%, it just seems shit. This doesn't seem good. You're gonna consume a bunch of your gold for a buff that's only applied to one fight. It just seems fucking ass, in my personal opinion, when you could use your gold for like literally anything else. Potion Claper, passive, level 15. Reduce toxicity from potions drank in battle. Able to drink potions in a single encounter, 1 to 2 health potions. Now, pretty cool, I guess. You drink more health potions, like, I don't know what to say. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's nice. And then level 1, passive, increase healing when clearing an encounter. Veneeria seems kinda shit. For a 7% race, it just seems kinda fucking mid. Like, it doesn't seem like there's really anything that special about it. It just seems fucking stupid. I guess if you're an idiot, you can use Veneeria because it just seems boring, it seems lame, it doesn't really seem like it specifies in anything at all. This seems kind of trash. Now we're going to talk about Veruga. Illusion Cage, level 10. Create an illusion over yourself or others, causing the first enemy to attack the target will be trapped in a cage of illusions. Stun the attacker for 2 turns. So this is pretty decent. I don't know if this works on bosses. If this works on bosses, this is amazing. If it doesn't, it can be pretty helpful. Like you're fighting 2 enemies, bam, illusion cage. One of them just sitting there. Or even if it's a 1v1, you illusion cage them, you can just sit there and meditate. Now a lot of people don't, well, you wouldn't know if you don't use it, but if you hit the person while they're stunned, they're gonna get unstunned, so you can kind of sit there and meditate, build up energy, then beat the fuck out of them when they're unstunned. So I'd say it's a pretty good move. Level 35 blood shards. Slash the air, creating a rift of blood that fires a barrage of shards at your enemy, healing you for a percentage of the damage dealt. If the target is vulnerable, apply straight bleeding. Pretty good move. Like I use it on my luck build, and the move doesn't even scale off luck, and like almost like one shots all the enemies that you use it on. So if you actually go, and it's dual skill of arcane and physical, so I'd say it's a pretty good move. Now let's get the passives. Critical lifesteal, receive health upon critically attacking enemy. I'm pretty sure it's like a 10% lifesteal. Then you have the bloodlust and enhanced bloodlust. When you kill an enemy, you get a stat buff. That's kind of shit. I don't give a fuck about that. But Veruga, if you're going like a crit build, I would say can be pretty good because of critical lifesteal. But then if you're going a luck build, the blood charge is not going to be as good. If you're going a mage build, maybe has some crit items, like a precision plus precision item, so you just get 50 crit off rip from having that. You could probably, I would say this is probably an elite tier race. For a 6% race, I'd say it's pretty good. I'd say it's worth trying to get. Cordless. Level 1, cast Amplify. Empowers magic, holy fire, and dark attack by increasing their damage by 25% for 3 turns. Not the greatest. Doesn't seem too amazing, but it is what it is. Level 40, Arcane Ritual. Manifest a runic array over the battlefield, causing you and your allies' magic affinity attacks have a chance of being empowered. It also boosts recovery of allies. Now, I wish it was a little bit more specific, because it sounds shit. It doesn't sound good. Maybe someone can correct me in the comment section, but it just sounds mid. Level 1, energy gain. Chance to gain 2 energy instead of 1 at the start of your turn. Pretty helpful. Level 1, quick learner. Ability to learn wizard class spells 3 levels earlier. Now, that sounds dog shit. I don't even know what that means, but this just sounds horrible. It sounds like the monkey race in Deepwoken, where you can use a weapon with like 4 less points, whatever the fuck. Like, it just sounds fucking useless. And the race, it seems kind of dog shit, especially for a 3% race, but I haven't used it myself. Maybe the commenters want to let me know if they think it's good. Now we're talking about the funny Dominus race. Now, honestly, a lot of people are playing this in their like top tier. Certain people don't really want to call it territory, and certain people don't want to call out, but it's really not that good. So level 5, active cell regeneration. You get some passive healing for 3 turns, which early on can be good, but it's like, just get like a ring of recovery, corrupted ring of recovery. Yeah, you guys might be saying like Cabbage Lord. The build system in the game is you equip 3 OP accessories of the same thing and just go 1 stat. But the next update is going to change that, as some of us know, people who pay attention to Discord. So you actually have to be equipping different accessories. So any kind of recovery accessory, or even like it's going to be out regenerating this move, and it's going to take you like 2 energy anyways. Just not that good. And you also get 4 lives instead of 3. Again, shit, because most people just play in Legendary. And in Legendary mode, this gets turned into energy passive, where you have a chance to start with 2 energy. That's so fucking shit. A chance. So most encounters at least last like 5 rounds, especially if you're fighting a boss, probably a lot more. Having a chance to start the battle with 2 energy is so fucking shit. Just make it so every time you start a battle you get 2 or something, because it's just fucking useless. Then Dragon's Undying Soul. When under 25% of your maximum HP, get a small passive regen per turn. Again, shit. Because, peep the scenario. 100 HP. Pretty average. Fuck it. 150. So say you're 25% of 150. I'm not a mathematician. Let's say 35. This sounds like pretty close. Close enough. If you're at 35 HP, most shit that you're fighting that's gonna be high level will just like 1-shot you or 2-shot you anyways. So getting a little bit extra regen at that amount of health isn't really gonna help much. Let's say it's fucking 5 extra health points, which it's definitely not that much. It's probably 1 or 2. It's just not that helpful. Domino's is a... No, what? It's shit. I'm saying it's a shit race, especially for 3%. It's shit. Let's go to the next one. And last but not least, Doulahan. Level 1 Ghost Flames. Throw a ball of fire at your opponent from your head, deals low range damage, and applies Ghost Flame. 5% damage, burn for 3 turns. Level 30 Lifeless Skull. Fire a blazing skull doing high damage, has a chance of igniting Ghost Flame. Now this motherfucker has a lot of passes. I'm gonna do a lot of reading. It has a like shit where you get 4 lives, and instead of 4 lives, if you're in Legendary, you have a chance to start the battle with 2 energy. I already talked about with the other race, it's pretty shit. Fire resistance. Doulahans are more resistant to fire. That can be okay, because one of the main bosses you grind in the game, end game, is the dragon boss, which is fire damage. So it's, other than that, not too good. This race gains 30% more essence. Like, it's always helpful. It's always cool getting more essence. Then, enhanced stat points. Every 5 levels, Doulahan get 4 points to allocate instead of 3. So let me do some quick math. 2, 4, 6. You're getting like 8 extra points when you're level 40. Not the greatest. I would say Doulahan is pretty good because you get 2 free damaging moves. So if you're going something like Necromancer as a Doulahan, you'll get your summons and you'll get a bunch of extra damaging moves. But I'd say a lot of races, this Doulahan's kind of shit because you don't need extra damaging moves because you have all your class skills. But for a few specific builds, I'd say Doulahan could be top tier. Well, this is going to be the end of the video. If you're here, you might as well subscribe. Like, you made it this far, you survived my video. That's an achievement in its own. you message me on Discord, you are entitled to a $5,000 coupon for Dominus for this feat. But you have to like, subscribe, and comment. Cabbage Short out.